The Samsung Galaxy Fit and the brand new Mi Band 5 both promise impressive smartwatch features in a compact fitness tracker at a fraction of the price. But which one's the better buy? Last year we compared the Galaxy Fit to the Mi Band 4, but since then the Galaxy Fit has received several big updates, and of course the Mi Band 5 has some big changes as well. In this video, we'll dive into a full comparison with testing to find out which smartband is right for you. Right here we have the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 and the Samsung Galaxy Fit, and being that the Galaxy Fit is about a year old right now, the price has dropped substantially to around $100. And so while this is still more expensive than the $40 or $50 Mi Band 5, you can actually buy a refurbished model for about $65, which brings them at a very similar price point if you're willing to get a refurbished one. Alright, so let's get into some of the physical differences first of all, and yesterday I was going for a run with both of these on. I know, it looks weird, you look like an absolute psycho running with a different smartband on either wrist, but I had to do it for this video. And I was looking down and I noticed something pretty significant. And of course, this is on paper as well. The screen on the Xiaomi Mi Band 5 is larger than the Galaxy Fit. And I really noticed that when I was running, because when you're running and you're moving around, it's really hard to see a small screen. And having that extra 1/10 of an inch definitely makes a pretty big difference. The Mi Band 5 has a 1.1-inch screen, while the Galaxy Fit only has a 0.95-inch screen. Now, both of these are AMOLED screens, which means they have ample brightness and are very vibrant. One advantage that the Galaxy Fit has, however, is that there are 10 different brightness levels, while on the Mi Band 5, there are only 5. While I was running, I also noticed another advantage to the Galaxy Fit being the physical button on the side. So if you're running and your hands get sweaty, then sometimes it's very hard to tap on the home button or the little capacitive touch sensor button on the Mi Band 5, and so having a physical button has an advantage there as well. The physical button on the Galaxy Fit has some other advantages as well. So for example, if you tap and hold it, you can just summon a quick workout. So if you want to go for a run, you can do that. And not to get into features too soon, but the Galaxy Fit also has advanced auto fitness tracking, which means if you just go full Forrest Gump mode and start running, it'll automatically detect that within a minute or so, and it'll start tracking your workout without having to ever set the workout on your watch. And then one last thing about the screen is the actual screen timeout. You can set it on the Mi Band 5 for up to 10 seconds, and on the Galaxy Fit you can go up to 5 minutes. And you might be wondering, why would you ever want your screen on for 5 minutes? I know it would definitely kill your battery unless you palm it and turn it off. But if you're doing something like maybe you're, an ab workout and you want to have a timer showing and you don't want that stopwatch to go away, then maybe a 5-minute timer or a 5-minute screen timeout time would actually be pretty useful. The Mi Band 5 has a barometer while the Galaxy Fit does not. And then really the last thing I want to highlight is actually the straps are fundamentally different in how they work. I found that between the two of them, I like how the Mi Band 5 goes on. It's definitely more comfortable and easier to get at the right fit. While the Galaxy Fit, you kind of have to get it to where you think it's a little bit too loose. And then when you tuck the strap in, it actually becomes a better fit then. The next category is the tracking, which is arguably the most important category for most people, being that the reason you'd be buying or wearing these is to track your health. So what is the difference between these when you're trying to track your sleep or your runs or your heart rate? Well, there are actually some fundamental differences. And starting with the Mi Band 5, some things that it does that the Galaxy Fit does not do. The first thing is a new feature called PAI, and PAI stands for Personal Activity Intelligence. I talked about that in my original review of the Mi Band 5, but essentially it gives you a score for how healthy you are being. Secondly, it also has the SpO2 sensor on board, which tracks your blood oxygen levels. This is especially useful when you're doing sleep tracking, and I'll show you the sleep tracking in a minute, how different they were, but having that on board should give you extra insights into your sleep so you can see your REM, your deep sleep, and just a lot more about how well you are sleeping. And then back to yesterday when I was going on a run. It's really important when you're in situations like that the really subtle things are done right. And so, for example, I found a big difference between the Mi Band 5 and the Galaxy Fit. And first of all, because neither of them have music storage and neither of them have GPS, I was running with my phone and I had earbuds in and I wanted to use the device to change my song. And while you normally can do this, when you're in a workout mode, only the Galaxy Fit has the ability to change your music. And in fact, on top of that, it also has access to just your quick controls panel. And that's something that I really do miss on the Mi Band 5. So on any screen of the Galaxy Fit, you can swipe down from the top and you will have your quick controls right there. And this will be things like going to silent mode or water mode or controlling your music as well. And that's something that you don't have on the Mi Band 5. On paper, the Galaxy Fit has the advantage of over 90 different workouts you can use, while the Mi Band 5 is limited to just 11. Practically speaking, I don't think it's going to be a significant difference because they're both doing really the same thing. They're showing you the time and your heart rate, and maybe they're doing some rep tracking, but other than that, you're really not going to have a difference. 90 different workouts with this. I imagine the majority of them are showing almost exactly the same screen. It'll just show up differently and be registered differently in your app. So I think a lot of them could be binned into the other workout that the Mi Band 5 has. And I did find that the Mi Band 5 has some really cool features in there when you're doing rep tracking that the Galaxy Fit does not. So for example, if you're doing the jumping rope or doing yoga or swimming, it does a really good job from my experience of having some extra rep counting. And I don't know if that's really important for everybody. For me personally, I don't necessarily care about how many times I jumped rope. I would really care about the time more so. As a male, I of course haven't tested this out, but the Mi Band 5 has female cycle tracking, so for some girls, that could be a really big advantage. And on top of that, for anybody who's a little bit more stressed in life, the Mi Band 5 has guided breathing exercises just to help you calm down. Now, the Galaxy Fit, on the other hand, has some other things like you can track your caffeine, your water intake, or your calorie intake just by tapping like a little plus icon every time you drink a glass of water, for example. So now let's get into some of the testing I was talking about. Okay, so starting off with a pedometer test, we're going to walk 1,000 steps. And starting here, you can see we have 3,215 steps on the Fit and 2,729 on the Mi Band. And as you can see right here, the advanced auto fitness tracking works as well. Just by walking, it automatically detected that on the Fit and started recording this workout. Now at the end of our 1,000 steps, we would expect the Fit to be at 4,215 and the Mi Band to be at 3,729. And you can see the Mi Band is actually very accurate here and the Fit is just slightly low. Now getting into the sleep tracking, the Mi Band has an SpO2 sensor, which means that you should have significantly better sleep tracking and more accurate REM detection. Now both of these do have sleep scores, but they're calculated slightly differently. So it's really hard to give a one-to-one comparison here, but I found that both of these bands do a very good job of differentiating good nights from bad nights of sleep. The Galaxy Fit has a slight advantage in the Samsung Health app, being that the analytics are displayed, in my opinion, slightly better, but the Mi Fit definitely gets the job done as well. Now, looking at the heart rate, the Mi Band 5 is extremely accurate, as we saw in my previous review, and while it samples slightly slower than I would like, it was still very capable of capturing the intervals I did during this workout, and when I was not doing intervals, it was even more accurate than that. Now, the Galaxy Fit, when you're looking at this, struggled significantly more. It really didn't capture the intervals very well at all, and even when I wasn't doing intervals, the overall accuracy was definitely not where I would like to see that. So I think for this category, it's a very clear winner. The Mi Band 5 has a much more accurate heart rate sensor. And then the last test I did was the overall battery life. Again, the Mi Band 5 has a very big advantage here, going anywhere from 8 to 12 days of battery life per charge, and the Galaxy Fit, from my experience, goes anywhere from 5 to 9 days. Of course, there are quite a few variables involved with that as well. Getting into the interface itself, if you swipe down from the top of the Galaxy Fit, like I said, you have some quick settings here, and one notably exciting one is actually the water mode. So if you're going to shower with this on, or go swimming, or just go in the ocean, then you can easily do that. It disables the screen, and then you press and hold the power button to turn it back off. Now, the Mi Band 5 doesn't have anything quite like that, but if you enter a swim workout, it does kind of essentially the same thing. And then likewise, on the top, you also have a night mode on the Galaxy Fit, which you can also have on the Mi Band, but it's going to be a scheduled night mode. The notifications also show up a little bit different between the two of these. So on the Mi Band 5, it's kind of a full screen notification, and with the Galaxy phone, it's not really showing me the icon of the app I'm using, whereas they're a little bit cleaner if you're using the Galaxy Fit with the Galaxy phone, of course. It's going to show you the right icon for Snapchat or email, and you can see a little bit more of that. It also shows up as a banner on the top of your device, so it doesn't block the entire screen. And then really the last thing that the Galaxy Fit has that the Mi Band does not have is going to be, as far as widgets go, you have your calendar on here. Now, on the flip side, when you're looking over at the Mi Band 5, there are some other features on here that the Galaxy Fit does not have. So for example, a band lock if you're worried about other people stealing it and just seeing maybe your information. You also have a remote camera shutter. That's really useful if you set up a group photo. You can easily just tap it on your wrist and take a photo without having to set a timer and then sprint really far away. This is a really subtle one, but when you're getting a phone call on the Mi Band 5, you can either silence or reject it, whereas on the Galaxy Fit, you can only reject it. Then lastly, the Mi Band 5 has a really cool smart alarm. So for example, if I want to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, then it will look at my sleep cycles and it'll wake me up just at the right time prior to 7 o'clock. So maybe that's 6:45. and it can leave you feeling a lot fresher in the morning. So like I said, the Mi Band 5 versus the Galaxy Fit is definitely a more interesting comparison than it was a year ago. They both have music controls now, they both have stress tracking, they both have convenient charging finally. So when you're looking at that, it really comes down to the subtleties of what you're looking for. If you are looking for maybe like female period tracking, or if you want to spend if you're on a lower budget, or of course, like I said, if you want the things like the guided breathing exercises or the PAI on board or the better sleep tracking, then the Mi Band 5 is definitely a great choice. It's really hard to argue with the low price point, but I would say if you're not on such a tight budget and you're really focusing on your workouts, the Galaxy Fit seems to get some subtle things right. They get the little things right when you're working out, like controlling your music, having a physical button, and just some little things like that. So between the two of these, I think it really depends on what you're looking for. They're both very impressive, so comment down below and let me know which one you like better and why. Also guys, please consider subscribing to the channel if you like this video, because I will be comparing these to more in the future. So as always guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.